Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Kakadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Alright, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. And I just wanted to touch on a topic I brought out in a previous video, but I wanted to touch on it and make it the main topic of this one, alright? And this one is one I learned from one of the Akium, and it's something called a Nomen omen. Alright? Nomen omen is a Latin phrase, and it means basically nomen means name and omen means fate or destiny. Alright? That's like when people say, oh, well, that's a bad omen. I mean, that's something bad is about to happen. It's a premonition. Alright? So in the scriptures, right, you can find nomen omens written all through it. Alright? So a nomen omen literally means name is an omen. The Latin source nomen atec omen quantivis. Well, I'm not reading that. The name and the omen are worth any price. It appears to mean the name speaks for itself. Alright? A popular nomen omen in the scriptures would be the name of King Solomon. Alright? If you break down the name Solomon, it comes from shalom, which means peace. Shalakia. So, and we know that King Solomon, and in his rule for 40 years, he ruled in an era of peace. Alright? So, with that name Solomon, meaning peace, when he ruled, there was peace. And remember, he was named before he ruled. Alright? And so let's go to First Chronicles chapter 22 and verse 9. I'll start at verse 6. Then he called for Solomon his son and charged him to build an house for the Lord power of Israel. Alright? This is talking about King David that is calling his son Solomon. Alright? Verse 7. And David said to Solomon, my son, as for me, it was in my mind to build an house unto the name of the Lord Yahweh, my power. But the word of the Lord Yahweh came to me, saying, thou hast shed blood abundantly, and hast made great wars. Thou shalt not build an house unto my name, because thou hast shed much blood upon the earth in my sight. Now King David was a man of war, ever since his youth, man. Alright? There was no fear in King David's heart except for the fear of the Lord. Alright? But since King David wanted to build a house, he wanted to build a temple for Yahweh, but he was always at war. Alright, so this is what the Lord is telling him, saying, yo, you shed too much blood. I'm gonna delegate that task of building a temple to somebody else. Verse 9 says that. Verse 9, 1 Chronicles 22 and 9. Behold, a son shall be born to thee, who shall be a man of rest. And I will give him rest from all his enemies round about. For his name shall be Solomon, and I will give him peace and quietness unto Israel in his days. Alright? So the Lord told King David, that Solomon's going to build a temple, and his name's going to be Solomon, because he's going to be about peace. Meaning he's not going to, in his entire reign, he will have peace. He will reign in peace, man. Alright? But that name, Solomon, is a nomen omen. Alright? He was named Peace before he was born, because he brought peace. Now I brought that out to bring out a couple more omens. It's about the name of the Lord, man. Alright? If you go to Exodus chapter 3, I'll start at verse 11. And Moses said unto Yahweh, who am I that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? Basically, like, who am I? Like, he's basically humbling himself, right? Verse 12. And he said, certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee that I have sent to thee. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve Yahweh upon this mountain. And Moses said unto Yahweh, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say to them, The power of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? And that's powerful, man. All right, because we'll come across other Israelites in the faith, and one of the first questions we'll ask them, because not all Israel is Israel. We gotta remember that, right? One of the first questions we ask a fellow Israelite is, "What is his name? What power do you pray to, man?" And some of them will say off names. Most of them will say off names, man, because the book of Sirach says the elect shall praise his holy name, his separate name. All right. There were no E's and U's in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. All right. So, but continuing on, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? She's basically asking, when other Israelites ask me what's his name, what do I answer? Right? And now this is the Lord Yahweh giving Moses his name. But this technically wouldn't be a Nomen omen, because there's no such thing as a before Yahweh, right? His name wasn't given to him. He gave himself his own name. And the Most High said unto, verse 14, and the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you. All right. Now the word I in Paleo Hebrew, or the pronoun I, would be Yah, or not I, Slakia. We wouldn't call him I from the second person. It would be he. So the pronoun he would be Yah. And basically am is Hawa. So Yahweh, he is. He is, or he exists. He just is. Because there isn't one title that you could put Yahweh under, because he's basically the king of all things. Right? He's the power of war. He's the power of peace. He's the power of health. He's the power of sickness. He's the power of death. He's the power of life. He's not delegated to one title. All right. So basically, his title, if you want to call it a title, or his name would be, he exists, Yahweh. All right. But that's not technically an omen nomen, because, as I said, there's no such thing as a before Yahweh. But there is such thing as before Yahweh Shai, which is his son. And we're going to go to Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. This is Matthew 1 and 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai, for he shall save his people from their sins. Alright, now this is an omen, because before Yahweh Shai walked the earth in the flesh, it says his name will be Yahweh Shai, because he's going to save his people from their sins. For he shall save their people from their sins. So his name represents his occupation. Alright? It's like Solomon. The name represented his occupation. His occupation was king, but also he was the king of peace for his time of reign, of rulership. Right? Slakia. So Yahweh Shai is about salvation. He shall save his people from their sins. So, for he shall save his people from their sins. And again, he goes into Yah. And then Hawashai, which means salvation. So his name will literally translate to he is salvation. Alright? So, this is specifically, this and Solomon are omen omens. But omen omens are written all throughout the scriptures. Usually they're given out by angels, but sometimes they're given out by the parents. Like when Leah was naming her children the children of Israel, those were omen omens, right? Like Asher, he said, "Happy is he." Asher's known for being happy. All right, these are omen omens. You can find that in Genesis chapter 30. All right, but I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. And peace and citation to the elect of Israel. Until next time, Shalom and Abad Babal.